Guys, मैं अपनी एक बात बताता हूँ. देखो, I made a video saying how Shah Rukh Khan's net worth was and how our net worth was. Like our means people who migrated USA in 90s. I talked about real estate prices, right? It became 10,000 times, right? So I talked about injection of money by foreign institutional investors in India, right? And how that led to the boom. Let me make a very interesting prediction. I also did comparison of my house versus Shah Rukh Khan house, right? My old house versus Shah Rukh Khan house. How the prices were in 99 2000 and how the prices were in 2006 and all, and how the prices are today, right? I did all these comparisons, right? So one thing is sure, in India the prices have gone up a lot, right? The prices have gone up a lot. So now you know that. I have a simple and I'm a simple concept. Whatever goes up will go down one day. It all follows a cycle, right? Whatever is down will go up. Whatever is down will go up. On the basis of this very simple concept, I don't want to get into details. I predict that one day Indian real estate will go down and American real estate will catch up. Yes, I predict that. But in general, in American real estate does not go up because that would mean higher inflation, right? And that's not the way this country is built. In this country, the prices stay largely same. Especially the prices will not increase to compensate for Indian real estate in America. So don't worry. Indian real estate prices also don't go down. They let's say something is worth 200 crores, it will stay worth 200 crores. Then how will it ever catch up? I'll tell you how. The value of Indian currency will fall considerably, right? This is my prediction, and I'm telling you now, this is definitely going to happen. Whatever has gone up will go down, whatever goes down will go up. India has so many problems as far as economics is concerned, right? Two companies of America have more market cap than the entire GDP of India. So considering all these things, I'm telling you now that India will definitely go down. And how would the currency fall so much? When it falls from 85 to 86, there is a headline that Indian rupee is falling, free fall, there is a free fall. How will it go from 85 to, in my opinion, it will not go from 85 to 800 only. It will go from 85 to 8,000. That's when the losses will be compensated. People in America will again become rich. This is my belief. And how will this happen? Such a fall in currency, this will happen when couple of things could happen. One is, in my opinion, that is the number one reason. There will be a war. Second thing is, India may become a closed economy again. India may, like in 1970, do you guys know in 1977, Morarji Desai, our Prime Minister, he asked foreign companies to leave India. Do you know that? In 1977, I think it's 77, you can check, in his reign, he did that. During his tenure as a Prime Minister, he did that. In 1991, we opened the economy again. By the way, before 1977, in 50s, India was one of the most promising countries in the world. Do you know that? Now they say India is a fifth superpower, fourth superpower. India will compete with this. India will leave this behind. India is third place, fourth place. All these stories, right? You hear all these stories, right? Do you know when India was born, when India became free, independent, they used to say that India will be the topmost country in the world. That's when they used to say that too. In 50s, they used to believe. Nehru, that's why, this Nehru was like, he used to roam around like a superstar Indian Prime Minister. Do you know that? And they used to also believe that Nehru used to, if you know, Nehru created the third world, right? He led the third world. He was such a big flamboyant guy that he did not choose capitalism or communism, USA alliance or USSR. Yeah, he chose the third world. He's the one who creates the third world. So how did it happen in 50s? Because they were the big leaders of India, right? And India was a big country, like a very promising country which will become a big, huge superpower. But by 77, they closed down the shutters. They closed down the companies. Back in 50s, India attracted a lot of foreign capital and all that stuff. Back in 70s, they all left India. So India became a very poor country in the next 14, 15 years or so, right? Shah Rukh Khan's Pajero wala Shah Rukh back then knew his true auqat, and people who go to America, like would become very rich. Typically in like 90s, that's how it happened, right? And especially in 80s. So the point is, The point is, this same thing will happen again, in my mind. This is my belief. There is nothing backing it. I have nothing to say how, why, and how it will happen. But I'm telling you, how it will happen is there will be a war. When India will participate in that war, Indian currency will fall extremely. Like it will fall a lot. You know how Pakistani currency has fallen from 60 rupees per dollar for a dollar to 100 rupees per dollar, right? Same way, Indian currency will fall. It can definitely fall from 80 to 400. But in my opinion, that will not compensate for the loss that Americans had. It will get compensated only if the price of the currency becomes 8,000 rupees to $1. Yeah, that's how it will become. Venezuelan currency has fallen like that. Zimbabwean currency had fallen like that. There are a lot of precedents like that. But Venezuela was against America, that's the reason it fell. But Zimbabwe fell for no reason. It's interesting. Argentina's currency has fallen like this. Go study Argentinian currency. It has fallen a lot. From 7, it became like 100 rupees or something, 100 Argentinian peso per dollar or something. So 15, 20 times. So fall of 15, 20 times, like $80 thing becomes 1,200 rupees. It's not a big deal. It's only a matter of it's just a small war. And if a war were to happen, and that, like, it won't be POK war or anything. It's not that small, like big war. India may end up making a mistake of being with the Russia side or with the communism side, because India traditionally is a Russia ally. Only issue is China was also India's ally before 50s, right? Right. When China was expanding and they attacked Tibet, and Tibet exiled government came to India, that's when they became enemies. Otherwise, China was an ally of India, right? You know that, right? So from that aspect, who knows, China may become India's ally again. So India, China, Russia may wage a war against America, and when they will lose, the Indian currency would be falling 100 times before at that time. There are certain people who believe that India and Russia are together, and India and Russia will probably ask China to unite with them, because Russia and China are allies also, right? Russia and North Korea are also allies, right? So there is a possibility that that may happen. India, in my opinion, will not take America's side back at that time. In my opinion, that's what. Acha. In general, I have told in many videos before also, America is the number one country. It has been number one country for 150 years. It will stay number one for the next all the times to come. Nothing like happens like all the times and all. Egypt was number one for like 3,000 years, right? But yeah, that my point is for a considerable time, not for 150 years or so. It will be. America controls everything. Please note that. Please note that America controls everything. America wanted, so India's and all these things became independent. Yeah, otherwise if they wanted, they could capture everybody back in the 40s and all. They wanted, they could easily. Right? They could easily capture UK also. They didn't, but they could capture UK, Germany, West Germany also. Anyway, so we'll talk about this, this aspect of America, that America would capture everybody in a separate video. But the point is, the point stays that India will definitely go down. This is my prediction. Please note. Yeah, India will definitely go down. और जो शाहरुख है ना, ये पजेरो पे वापस जाएगा. यस, ये पक्का जाएगा. ये पजेरो वाला शाहरुख है. इसकी इतनी औकात है, इसकी इतनी अकल है, इसके इतने दिमाग है, इसकी इतनी शक्ल है. शक्ल भी उसकी उतनी है. ये पजेरो वाला शाहरुख पजेरो पे ही जाएगा. देखना वापस पजेरो तक पहुंचेगा. थैंक यू गाइस.